Welcome to Digimasters Shorts. We are your hosts, Adam Nagus
and Carly Wilson, delivering the latest scoop from the digital realm. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence has introduced complex challenges in the realm of patent law, especially concerning the issue of prior art, which pertains to the existing body of knowledge before a patent application is filed. Critical questions are arising over whether sharing information with AI qualifies as public disclosure, establishing it as prior art, and whether AI-created content itself can be considered prior art. Prior art can encompass various forms such as written publications, public use, or publicly accessible content, and is subject to rigorous case-specific scrutiny. The line blurs when AI uses the data input by users for training, potentially qualifying these disclosures as prior art if the material becomes publicly accessible. Moreover, responses generated by AI in interaction with users can also introduce new prior art considerations, particularly if the information is recorded in a searchable database or otherwise accessible through diligent search. Innovators are cautioned to tread carefully when training AI platforms with information, lest they jeopardize future patent rights, while patent applicants must now navigate the additional complexity of discerning whether AI-generated information is indeed operable as prior art. These emerging dynamics underscore the evolving interface between artificial intelligence and intellectual property law, prying open new legal debates and necessitating cautious engagement with AI from a patent perspective.
In an endeavor to optimize the efficiency of large language models, Apple has unveiled LazyLLM, a cutting-edge technique focused on augmenting the speed of generating responses in transformer-based language models, maintaining high levels of accuracy. Developed by a team from Apple and including researcher Mohammad Rastagari, now at Meta, LazyLLM selectively computes key values for essential tokens and defers others until necessary, thereby streamlining the process. This adaptability aspect could revolutionize responsive AI systems by reducing the computational load in the pre-filling stage. In a related development, Apple has dipped into open-source waters with the launch of DCLM Baseline 7b, an open-source large language model boasting 7 billion parameters, which is trained on 2.5 trillion tokens and focuses on English data with a considerable context window. The innovative model is accessible to developers, being compatible with PyTorch and OpenLM, and is licensed under Apple Sample Code License. Its performance is said to be on par with models trained on closed datasets. This follows Apple's recent WWDC 2024 announcement introducing Apple Intelligence, aimed at boosting Siri's capabilities with generative AI technology. In a controversial move, Japanese supermarket chain AEON is now using an AI system named Mr. Smile, developed by InstaVR, to evaluate and standardize their employees' smiles across 240 stores nationwide. The AI technology analyzes over 450 elements, including facial expressions and voice, with game elements incorporated to encourage staff to better their scores. During a trial period in 8 stores with about 3,400 employees, AEON observed a purported improvement in service attitude by up to 1.6 times over 3 months. However, this policy has raised concerns about potential workplace harassment, exacerbating the issue of kasuhara, or customer harassment, which is prevalent in Japan's service sector. Nearly half of 30,000 surveyed service workers reported experiencing such harassment, casting doubt on the ethics of forcing a standardized smile. Despite efforts to maintain service quality, such as the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare's 2022 Anti-Harassment Manual, there's growing skepticism about practices that could burden the workers. In related developments, a Fukuoka supermarket's creation of an extra slow checkout counter for elderly and disabled customers resulted in a 10% sales increase, highlighting a different approach to customer service.
To bolster security at the upcoming Paris Olympic and Paralympic Games, French authorities are employing AI-assisted software paired with security cameras to spot potential dangers, such as unauthorized vehicles or unusual crowd movements, in real time. This response comes as part of a comprehensive plan to confront threats ranging from terrorism and cyberattacks to civil unrest and crime, further informed by the recent attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. With an unwavering commitment to safety, officials must navigate the delicate balance between stringent security measures and maintaining the accessible, festive spirit of the Games. France's security strategy integrates severe anti-terrorism laws, a formidable influx of police and military personnel, and vigilance at key tourist attractions. The nation, familiar with handling terrorism, cyber threats, and protests, heightens security, especially in light of its status as a symbol of Western secular liberalism and a ripe target for terrorists. As part of these measures, background checks for links to extremism will be conducted on up to 1 million individuals, including Parisians residing along the Seine, where the opening ceremony's unprecedented river parade will introduce novel security challenges. The French government grants permission for limited AI experimentation, focused on specific situations like fire detection or armed individuals, rather than utilizing facial recognition technology, aiming to prevent the misuse of AI in infringing civil liberties. In a bid to offer solace to those grieving, Chinese tech executive Sun Kai turns to an AI-generated digital avatar of his deceased mother for emotional support. The avatar, created by Silicon Intelligence, a company at the forefront of China's burgeoning AI chatbot market, where Sun also works, simulates his mother's likeness and voice, providing Sun with a form of companionship and a confidante in times of need. This trend of digital resurrection services is gaining traction in China, with companies like Silicon Intelligence offering to create digital clones of the deceased for both therapeutic and memorial purposes. Sun estimates he converses with his mother's avatar at least once a week, finding solace in the AI's simulation, which he perceives as truly alive in his own experience. As this technology proliferates, ethical questions arise about the implications of simulating the deceased, a challenge that has yet to be addressed by a centralized regulatory body in the US or China. While these digital avatars offer a novel way to honor and remember the dead, they also raise concerns about the potential emotional impact on users and the authenticity of memories preserved through AI. Despite these ethical conundrums, many find comfort in these AI simulations, suggesting a growing acceptance of digital companionship in the wake of loss.
Thank you for listening to today's AI and Tech News Podcast Summary. Please do leave us a comment, and for additional feedback, please email us at podcast@digimasters.co.uk. You can now follow us on Instagram and Threads by searching for @Digimaster Shorts or search for Digimasters on LinkedIn. Be sure to tune in tomorrow, and don't forget to follow or subscribe